Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Alumni Gymnasium on the campus of Norwich Free Academy for tonight's matchup between the East Hartford Hornets and the Norwich Free Academy Wildcats. NFA Basketball on YouTube is presented by Dime Bank, sponsored by Norwich Public Utilities, and supported by ProCop Signs. We are grateful to have those sponsors aboard. High above courtside, I'm Michael Farrell. I'll be handling the play-by-play duties tonight with my partner Anthony Menard on color commentary, and we have got a game for you. Tonight, the Hornets come in with a 14-3 record, 9 in a row, 10 of their last 12. The Wildcats come in with an 11-6 record, but are on their own streak, 6 victories in a row and 10 out of their last 11. Anthony, we might be looking at two of the hottest teams in the state.
And Mike, this is a big-time matchup this evening. This is Friday night lights indoors right now. And we got two hot teams, East Hartford and NFA, coming off big-time wins. NFA recently beat New London, and East Hartford recently beat East Catholic, and some games in between as well. And there is energy in the gym this evening for sure.
You can feel it. You know, we're starting to wind down the regular season. Playoff positioning is important. Both of these teams in Division II for the state playoffs. East Hartford is ranked 7th. NFA is currently 16th. But again, Coach Brown's scheduling games against tougher opponents to prepare for that postseason. He's done it all year, and tonight is really no different.
Coach Brown has been pushing all the right buttons for the entire season. They started off a little slowly because they played against top-tier competition. He worked out the kinks. He's got the rotations down. He's got his matchup defense down. Players are stepping up. They're running crisp, clean, effective offense, and they are definitely ready to go.
So this is the third year in a row that these teams have played, and East Hartford won last year's game by 1 at their place. We won 2 years ago at our place. So I guess this is the rubber match of the 3-game series. The only common opponent is East Catholic. East Hartford just knocked them off on the road by 2 last Saturday. We lost to them by 20-something, but that was game 2 of the year. So I don't really think we can throw a lot of stock in that. Am I right?
Absolutely. I was at that game, game 2 versus East Catholic. That was very early on in the season. East Catholic is very well coached. Coach Riley is a legendary basketball coach. He had his team ready to go very early on. And we were a little bit behind. We played, we battled. We were tough, but again, as I said earlier, we were kind of working out the kinks, finding our rotations, and really solidifying the way we want to play basketball this year.
So before we go any further, just some quick words from two of our sponsors, Dime Bank. Hey, Wildcat fans, nothing beats cheering on the local team, whether it's basketball or banking. Dime Bank, based in Norwich since 1869, is proud to be the presenting sponsor for NFA boys and girls basketball. Dime Bank, community banking, lives here. Norwich Public Utilities. For more than 120 years, Norwich Public Utilities has been committed to making Norwich a great place to live, work, and do business. 24 hours a day, every day of the year. You can always count on NPU. NPU is super excited to sponsor NFA basketball this season. Go Wildcats. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here, which is the connection between NFA and East Hartford. Starting with you. Now, you coached the Hornets years ago, but tell the story of who succeeded you and what that direct connection is.
Yeah, you know, the game's definitely passed me by. I coached in the early 2000s, 2001 to 2010. I was the head coach at East Hartford High School varsity during that time, and actually Dr. Quinnell was the freshman coach, so the lineage goes back a little bit deeper. And then when I moved on to go into administration in East Hartford and became a principal, Ed Lavoie took over for me, did a much better job. He coached there for the next 9 years, won some conference titles, and went to the state title as well. And the lineage continues. His son, Josh Lavoie, is currently the starting point guard for Norwich Free Academy, having an all-state year, coming off of 2 back-to-back 36-point games. He's one of the best point guards in the state, so we know that Ed Lavoie, senior, Coach Lavoie, formerly coach of East Hartford High, watching his son Josh Lavoie from NFA play against East Hartford has to be very special for the entire family.
So we know kind of what defines NFA basketball. What defines East Hartford basketball?
You know, East Hartford basketball right now is a team that is very athletic, very quick, very well coached. Their coach, Pete Gittins, is a legend in his own right. He was part of a state championship 1989 New London team that was one of the best teams in the state of Connecticut. He went on to play at Quinnipiac University, and he has this team rolling right now. They like to press 1-2-2 full court. They like to go man-to-man full court. In the half court, offensively, they'll set a lot of ball screens. They'll use their speed, their quickness to get downhill and get to the rim. And if you help out defensively, they will find open three-point shooters.
Now let's talk about, you talk about Pete Gittins. So he was, as far as I can tell, he graduated New London around 1992. And that team that he was on had himself at 6'11", Jerry Lancaster at 6'6", and Matt Rollins at 6'8", plus Jamal Johnson, who might be arguably the greatest high school athlete I've ever seen, because he could do everything.
No question about it. I've been around high school sports for 30 years, high school basketball for over 20 years, as a player, assistant coach, college basketball as well. That may have been one of the top 5 teams of all time that I've ever seen.
I mean, how do you, here we are thinking like NFA is maybe a 6'4" kid away from doing some real damage, and you got Jerry Lancaster, being the shortest guy on the front line at 6'6", just incredible to see.
I'd like to know what was in the water in New London
right.
in the late 80s, early 90s, and we'd like to get some of that water and get it going here at NFA.
And Coach Gittins, I'm not going to lie, he looks like he could put the uniform on right now and go out there and score 40.
Absolutely. He's a great coach, and he's an even better person. He's doing a phenomenal job at East Hartford High.
So it's really great to see that connection that we have here between East Hartford and NFA, with Anthony as a former coach and Josh Lavoie's dad as a former coach, and, of course, the New London connection, which is just – NFA in New London just always has a lot going on, and it's just cool. It's the insider perspective. So East Hartford played last night. They played at Ram, and they won 60-46 to get their record of 14-3. So we played Wednesday night at St. Bernard's, got away with a 61-58 victory, and happy to get out of there doing that. So should we expect any sort of, wear down, I guess, for East Hartford having just played last night?
There's nothing better than Friday night games. The week is done. Your schoolwork is done. You have the weekend ahead of you. Those midweek games are what I call take care of business games. Both teams took care of business, got the W's, did what they needed to do, and they are ready for this prime time matchup on Friday. No excuses from either side. The energy will be there.
So if you're wondering who's the teams that have beat East Hartford, Pope Francis Prep, Glastonbury, and Windsor, who's one of the top teams in the state, also undefeated. So, and again, the Wildcats have losses to Newtown, East Catholic, New London, Northwest Catholic, Ellington, and Fitch. Not a bad loss in the bunch. So let's meet the starters. First for the Hornets, number 1, DeAndre Story. Number 3, Zashim McCoy. Number 4, Anthony Akers. Number 11, Zarian Gilzine. And number 12, Kahari Walker. They are all seniors on the floor for Pete Gittins Hornets. Starting for the Wildcats, it'll look familiar. Josh Lavoie, number 0, is a junior. Angel Torres, also a junior, wears number 1. DeAndre Pontes gets the start again in the middle. He's wearing number 2. Number 3 is Jameer Ford. And number 10, Carter Stringer. So 1 senior is Pontes and 4 juniors, Lavoie, Torres, Ford, and Stringer, going up against the 5 seniors for East Hartford. And not to put any pressure on him tonight, but Josh Lavoie is coming off of back-to-back 36-point games.
Absolutely incredible. I don't think anyone in the state is playing better than him, but I want to highlight Pontes right now. He's been Dennis Rodman-esque with his rebound and his defense.
He has taken advantage of the opportunities, starting with that New London game. But right now, we've got the anthem performed by Bob Maloff.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
Bob Maloff with his first national anthem of the year. You know, we've had a kid singing the anthem all year long, but the girl who's supposed to be performing tonight is actually in the auditorium. There's a marching band banquet tonight. So because the freshman game ran long and the JV game long, she was not able to get here. But Bob is used to that. He's been singing it for years, and he did an amazing job on short notice.
Bob did an amazing job. The girls previously to him, the last two games were also amazing as well. So a lot of pressure on Bob this evening, but he stood up and took on the challenge.
He delivered.
He delivered.
So we got a pretty decent crowd. Student section going with the theme of white lies. So they've all got something written on their shirt that is not true. Haven't been able to see any of them up close, but they're usually quite creative when it comes to that. East Hartford wearing the black and gold. The Hornets coming in at 14-3, starting all seniors, tipping off against Jayandre Pontes and the Wildcats in their home white. And Jayandre wins the tap. Here we go.
East Hartford starting off in man-to-man right now, playing straight up.
Carter Stringer's first three-pointer of the night, no good. Rebound back to the Hornets. That basket is from Kahari Walker. He wastes no time, giving East Hartford a 2-0 lead. Lavoie, Stringer again, Jameer Ford. Trying to get something going to the basket. Loose ball into the hands of Pontes. Lavoie to Angel Torres, his three, no good. Jameer Ford keeps it alive. Oh, I thought he was going to go right up for that. Trying to be unselfish and turnover into the hands of East Hartford. Three-pointer up from Story, no good. Rebound into the hands of McCoy, and that is Walker. His three is no good. Angel Torres back the other way for the Wildcats. Ball tipped there into the hands of Akers. That's a move from McCoy, no good. Torres back with the rebound. Lavoie's going to get his first bucket of the night in similar fashion, driving to the left side.
Big time take by Josh Lavoie, setting the tone early, getting to the rim as he always does.
So that's McCoy at the point. That's Akers. Akers takes the shot, and it doesn't go. Stringer pulls down the rebound. So Akers is 4, Gilzine is 11, Walker's 12, McCoy is 3, and Story is 1 for East Hartford. Story is on Lavoie.
East Hartford's very disciplined with their man-to-man defense. They're really sitting right now, trying to apply defensive pressure.
Jameer can't get the 8-footer to go. Stringer with the rebound, knocked out of bounds, NFA basketball. We've played just over 2 minutes, and it is tied at 2, while Angel Torres ties his shoe.
DeAndre Story is sticking to Josh Lavoie like glue right now. He doesn't want to give him any room.
I mean, how do you play a guy that scored 36 points in the last 2 games and already has 4?
Yeah, not that way, for sure. Nice cut by Josh Lavoie, nice speed. Way to finish at the rim with the left hand.
This is Walker, that's McCoy. Back to Walker. Drives baseline, kicks it out to Story long range. Shot's no good. Rebound by Gilzine. He loses the handle, and Jameer Ford comes up with it. Back the other way for the Wildcats. Carter Stringer's going to drive the lane. Gilzine blocks it, and Ford steals it. Jameer says, why not 3? That's a good sign when Jameer Ford makes that first 3.
Smooth corner 3 by Jameer Ford. Did not hesitate, was in rhythm. Didn't hit anything but the bottom of the net.
That's 7 in a row for the Wildcats, now with a 7-2 lead. Ford, great block on Walker. And here comes Lavoie, 3-on-2. Stringer launches 3. No good, that would have been huge. And Gilzine comes down with a rebound. Very active underneath is Zarian for East Hartford. This is McCoy. Walker. He's going to get a pick from Akers. Shot goes up from Story, no good. Ball is loose. Going to have a jump ball. It's going to be East Hartford basketball.
You know, NFA's in their matchup zone right now, and East Hartford is really trying to flash someone to the high post. and they're doing a good job of reversing the ball. They are getting open three-point looks. It's going to be interesting to see if NFA adjusts or continues to allow those three-pointers to take place.
Well, we got a quick timeout on the floor. Looks like this is going to be of the 30-second variety. So East Hartford came out, made their first shot within seconds, and then NFA has run off 7 in a row to take the 7-2 lead here.
NFA is handling the pressure pretty well. One thing to take a look at as we go forward, East Hartford, when they rebound the ball, they want to fast break quickly. Their outlet passes are down the floor. NFA is going to have to get back on transition defense and match up quickly, or East Hartford will either get a 3-in transition or a fast break layup.
So same starters still on the court for both teams. East Hartford's going to inbound the ball under their own basket. Shot clock is reset to 35. All the way back it goes to McCoy. Oh, that's it. There is a sub in for East Hartford. That's Keyshawn Brown, number 2. Checked in at that timeout. I missed that. First foul is on Josh Lavoie. That's his first, team first. Walker inbounds to McCoy. That's Brown. Ball is loose into the hands of Lavoie. He's looking up the whole way. What's he going to do? Loose ball on the court. Calling a foul on somebody.
East Hartford's definitely trying to collapse on Lavoie with 1 and sometimes 2 or 3 players. They're going to try to prevent him from getting in the paint.
That foul is on number 3, Zasheem McCoy. His first, East Hartford's first. Ball comes in, bounce to Lavoie. Loves driving baseline. Can't get anything, can't get a foul. It's going to be a loose ball foul on NFA. It's going to be on Angel Torres. I feel like this is being called a little tight early on. What do you think?
Absolutely. A lot of times when referees get 2 high-power teams in with a lot of energy in the crowd, they want to sort of gain control of the game early and make sure that things stay in line.
East Hartford, that's Gilzine. Gets Pontes in the air. Ball doesn't go, but the foul's going to be on Jay Andre. That's his first, 3rd on the team. And Gilzine's going to go to the line.
East Hartford's doing a nice job of trying to get the ball either inside in the post area or to the high post area, where they're going to make NFA make decisions defensively in terms of guarding the post player straight up or fanning out to the three-point shooters.
First one good by Gilzine. Student section is in full throat tonight. Gilzine makes 2, stops the NFA streak, and it's now 7-4 with 3:44 left to go in the first. Wildcats lead by 3.
Interesting matchup here with Keyshawn Brown. Similar size to Josh. Might be able to match some of the strength and speed. That's a substitution that came off the bench.
That might have been the reason for that timeout. Stringer, Torres, Ford taking their time up top. Shot clock's at 8. Carter Stringer working on Kahari Walker. Ford, shot clock's at 4. He launches 3. Almost, but no. Rebound to East Hartford, and Angel Torres picks the pocket of Anthony Akers. Oh, he lost his footing there. That was not the shot he wanted. He just was about to commit a traveling violation. Shot no good from McCoy. Back the other way come the Wildcats, trying to make this a 2-possession game. 7-4, 2:45 left to go in the first. Ford, Lavoie from the free throw line, no good. Rebound pulled down by Gilzine. He's been very active early on. Keyshawn Brown, Lavoie all over him. Nice pass there to Walker, and Kahari Walker makes his second field goal of the night. 7-6 Wildcats.
East Hartford starting to settle in. They're looking to push the ball on misses and try to get the ball down the floor as quickly as possible.
They're on their own little streak right now, 4 in a row. Lavoie's going to try to put an end to that, and he certainly does. Gets his 3rd field goal and will make his first trip to the line.
You know, Josh Lavoie did a tremendous job of driving left. He loves to go left, even though he's a right-handed player. He seems a little more comfortable going left, using that right shoulder to get space and to get that and one at the basket.
You would never know he's a right-handed player. He's going left, I would say, 90% of the time.
Yeah, he does go left 90% of the time when he goes all the way to the basket, but it seems like he likes to pull up going right at that elbow. But he can do either one, to be honest.
Number 32 checks in for East Hartford. That's DeMar Moore. Lavoie makes his free throw. Now, we've got to get some clarity, but we believe Josh has set the school record for consecutive free throws, which was 23, and that was set back in 1956 and 57. So waiting on the official data for Josh before we confirm that, but it looks pretty good. But the fact that that record has stood that long is crazy to me.
Amazing job by Josh. And he gets to the foul line, 7-8 times a game, so that's even more impressive.
Angel Torres advances the ball quickly to Stringer into the hands of Lavoie. Stringer's three, that's 2 misses for Carter. Back the other way comes East Hartford. Keyshawn Brown with a bucket off the pass from Walker. That's a pretty play.
Very pretty play, very unselfish basketball. Have to keep East Hartford from fast breaking as much.
10-8 now, Wildcats. Minute 20 left to go in the first. Let's see if we can get a bucket from Carter Stringer. He's played 4 really good games in a row. It'll be a nice night for the 5th. Ford's going to launch 3, and he's going to get it. That's the second 3 for Jameer.
It's coming off his hand nicely right now. He looks very comfortable shooting that 3. He's 2 for 3 from 3 to start the game.
He had 2 threes early against St. Bernard's the other night, and those will be key ones here tonight. 13-8 now, Wildcats. That's a 3-pointer from McCoy, and talking about coming out of his hand smooth.
East Hartford's getting comfortable settling against the 2-3 matchup zone, and they're getting some good looks at the 3-point line.
Now, we've seen in the past where Coach Brown has come out of these zones and gone into man-to-man. Certainly, East Hartford has not had a hard time getting their shots, but we'll see what happens if we foresee a change coming for the Wildcats. Lavoie to Ford. Shot clock's at 15. Game clock in the quarter. Can Jameer get 3 in a row? Silky smooth. Jameer Ford.
He is on fire right now. Big-time 3-point shot by Jameer Ford.
Shot clock is off. Game clock is at 14 left in the quarter. 16-11 Wildcats. Gilzine finds a cutting Walker who's going to get himself to the line. That's going to be the second foul on Pontes. Kahari Walker has 4 early points here in the quarter. This is his first trip to the line, and he makes it. It's 3 straight free throws for the Hornets. Pontes and Stringer sit down. Josiah Success and Tavion Brown check in for NFA with 7.6 seconds left. So Walker misses that. Tough break there as McCoy comes down with a rebound. Back to Walker, and he buries it. Tough break there, Wildcats, who now end the first quarter with a 2-point lead, 16-14. And before we dig into this first quarter analysis, let's get a message from our friends at Dime Bank.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Back inside Alumni Gym on the campus of Norwich Free Academy, along with Anthony Menard and Mike O'Farrell. Happy to have you with us here at Friday Night Lights, the inside version, as the East Hartford Hornets trail the NFA Wildcats 16-14 after 1 in a very fast first quarter. Let's see, we've got some changes here. Lavoie, Success, Brown, Ford, and Rushan is in. Rushan Klahar, wearing number 15, checks into the game. East Hartford will catch them in a minute offensively as Josh goes back to his patented baseline move.
He does love to go left, and he keeps going there, so why not keep going back to the well?
Oh, that's a nice move. Oh, offensive foul on Sashim McCoy. I thought it was a nice move there. So East Hartford has McCoy, number 5, Jaden Boyling checked in, Kahari Walker, DeAndre Story, Jamar Moore, and who am I missing? I think I got them all.
East Hartford's picking up full court man-to-man now, extending their defense, seeing if they can speed NFA up.
Tavian Brown to Lavoie. Back to Brown. Klahar. Gave up the dribble, finds Josh going back to his usual spot. Can't get it to drop. Rebound stays Wildcat basketball. I want to shout out to a group from the class of 2023 who's watching us tonight. Reached out beforehand to say hello. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Here's Lavoie. He picks up a foul there. I don't think DeAndre Story agrees with that call.
You know, Josh Lavoie doing his best impression of Gary Payton trying to walk his man down to the post.
That's a good one. Ford's going to trigger the inbounds here. He's going to get it to Lavoie. Klahar. Rushawn's going to drive. He's going to have it rejected by Jaden Bowling, senior number 5. Off the bench for Pete Gittins Hornets.
This is the third player they've rotated onto Josh Lavoie. Number 12, Kahari Walker is now guarding him.
Tavion Brown takes the inbound to Jameer Ford. Jameer's had the hot hand early. Does it continue there? No. Rebound to DeMar Moore. Here comes Walker back the other way for the Hornets. That's Story. Walker. 32 is Moore. He's got the ball now. Back to Walker. Lavoie on him. He sends it in the corner to Story for a wide open 3. Can't get it to go. And Kahari Walker having a game for himself. He's got 9 of the 16 points for East Hartford. He and Josh Lavoie each with 9 points tonight, guarding each other. Klahar's going to drive. He's going to kick it out to Ford. Going to pull up from about 15. Oh, in and out. Tough break there for Jameer. Back in a hurry come the Hornets. Walker, nice body control. Didn't want to draw the foul there on himself. Josiah Success, big rebound Wildcats. Ford, oh, almost to Tavion Brown. Klahar's going to get it. No, it can't go. Back comes McCoy. He's got Walker on the left. He sends it to Story. Story throws up a wild shot. He's going to get himself to the line. It's going to be a foul on Josiah Success, number 23. That's going to be his first.
East Hartford's continuing to look to push the ball off of rebounds. NFA is doing a better job of getting all the defenders below the line of the ball. You want to be below the ball so that you can build the wall up defensively and not lose offensive players in transition.
DeAndre Story at the line for the Hornets. He misses the first. It's an 18-16 game. We have 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Jameer Ford, Tavion Brown check out. Angel Torres, Carter Stringer check back in for the Wildcats. Second shot from Story. No good, misses them both. Klahar with the rebound. NFA maintains its 2-point lead. Tough defense on McCoy. That's going to pick up his third, I believe. Yeah, third foul early.
Yeah, not a smart play by McCoy, just a blatant reach there. Active with his feet and certainly active with his energy, but you don't want to reach there for no reason.
Coach Gittins walks all the way down the other end of the bench. Yeah. Kind of like that. That was funny. All right, shot clock's at 30, 2-point lead for the Wildcats. 5:30 left to go in the first half. That's Torres. Stringer. Alley-oop to Klahar, and it's good. That is the dime of the game, if there's ever a dime of the game.
That is the unquestionable dime of the game. Great pass by Stringer. Great to see Klahar rise up, catch it, finish, and get fouled. What a play.
And that's the second foul on DeAndre Story. So 2's certainly not as bad as 3, but Coach Gittens has got something to look at now in terms of the fouls on his team, and Rashawn makes it a traditional 3-point play to put the Wildcats now up 5. That's going to be an offensive foul, and Keyshawn Brown can't believe it.
Josiah Success did a great job of planting his feet and waiting for the offensive player to running into him. That was definitely a charge.
I don't know if anybody on the NFA bench tracks charges, but that's at least the 3rd or 4th we've seen Josiah Success take. Glahar's 3 is no good. It's a long rebound into the hands of Brown. Back the other way come the Hornets until Lavoie with the steal. What's he going to do? He's going to get an easy 2. That's 11 points for Lavoie, 23-16 now Wildcats, their biggest lead, and 5 in a row for NFA. 23 for East Hartford, that's Jaden Bennett-Clark. He checked in when Walker went out with the 3rd foul. McCoy went out for the 3rd foul. Walker just made that basket.
Walker does a great job of getting to the sweet spot of the zone.
Fun to watch. He's got 11. Stringer's going to try 3. No good. Too long. Josiah Success with the rebound. He is hounded by Hornets, and Torres comes out with it. Lavoie, plenty of time on the shot clock. It's at 20. NFA with a 5-point lead. Josh to his usual spot, hoping to get to the line. Couldn't do it, but that's going to stay. Nope, it's going to go down to the Hornets. Hornets going to bring in 3. Gilzine is back in. Akers is back in. And Chaz McElroy, number 15, checking in for the first time. And he takes the ball from Walker and gives it back to Walker. 23-18, 4 minutes left to go in the half. Good anticipation there by Angel Torres. Couldn't come up with the steal, but enough to knock it away from Zarian Gilzine. Walker will inbound it right in front of the Wildcat bench till Gilzine. That's McElroy. Story throws it away. That's got to be backcourt. Too bad, though. Josh was ready to take it and go the other way. Torres is going to check out, and Jameer Ford is back in for NFA.
I tell you, I love the way Coach Gittens handles disappointment. He just goes the other side of the bench.
Just walks
away. Unforced turnover. You know he's seething, but keeping his emotions under control.
Wildcats looking to extend on this 5-point lead. Lavoie, nice pass to Klahar. Shots up, no good. Rebound into the hands of, I think that's McElroy, number 15 it is.
There's the sweet spot again.
And there's Kahari Walker again. I keep calling his name. We've got a full timeout on the floor from East Hartford.
You know, early on, East Hartford was getting some wide open threes, and I'm sure Coach Brown made that adjustment. But with some give, there's some take. And with some take, there's some give. And now that they're taking away the 3-point shots, the middle of the zone is open. So Coach Brown's going to continue to adjust and do what needs to be done defensively and play the odds.
NFA basketball presented by Dime Bank, sponsored by Norwich Public Utilities, and supported by ProCop Signs. And let's learn a little bit more about ProCop Signs right now. NFA basketball supported by ProCop Signs, locally owned and family operated since 1964. Vehicle wraps and lettering, wide format printing, banners, posters, and more. Located in Taffville, you can learn more at procopsigns.com. So we've got some great individual performances so far tonight. Kahari Walker leads all scorers with 13 for East Hartford. Lavoie, by my count, has 11. Jameer Ford has 3 3-pointers. So some great individual efforts as the Wildcats cling to a 3-point lead here with 3:21 left in the first half and the ball. My halftime guest is going to be Leanne Gomes. Leanne is an NFA grad. She's been involved in many things here. She's also a member of the board of directors at Dime Bank. And I look forward to talking to her coming up at halftime. This is Lavoie. Shot clock is at 17. He gets to his usual spot in the middle. The shot doesn't go. Josiah Success pulls down the big rebound. Jameer Ford can't get his fourth three-pointer. Klahar with the rebound, gets the shot up. No foul. He's looking for it. Doesn't get the call.
Couple good looks for NFA, just didn't get the role they needed.
Walker and Story. Now it's over to Bennett Clark. His shot is up, no good. Rebound into the hands of Stringer. Loose ball on the floor. Bodies all over the place. Josiah Success, little too much of an extra dive there. Can't fault the effort, but Josiah's going to pick up.
You know, Mike, the referees have been consistent. There's been a lot of contact on these drives to the hoops. Both ways.
That's a foul on Carter Stringer. My bad, Anthony. Sorry to interrupt.
No, no worries. I think the referees have been consistent with allowing some physical play underneath the basket.
Yeah, there was definitely a foul there. I just had the wrong guy. Basket there from Chaz McElroy. He gets his first hoop of the night, and it's back to a 1-point lead. It was as big as 7. Lavoie's got McElroy on him, like the fourth guy tonight. Josh is looking for the foul, and there's going to be one on the floor.
Amazing. This is the fourth defender, to your point, that Josh has faced. And McElroy did probably as good as anyone in terms of picking Josh up full, trying to stay in front of him and moving his feet laterally.
That foul's on Walker. That's his second. Lavoie's going to go to the line. .210 left to go in the first half. Wildcats with a 1-point lead. Lavoie has 2 shots. Josh makes the first. So I think smart move here by Coach Gittens. He's going to put Walker down, I'm guessing, for the rest of the half. He doesn't want him to pick up 3. He's already got McCoy on the bench with 3. But the question is, where's the offense going to come from? Because so far tonight it has run through Kahari Walker.
Yeah, he has 13 points this evening, and he's doing a great job of getting space in the middle of the floor and capitalizing.
Also with 13 points is Josh Lavoie, making 3 consecutive free throws tonight. 2 minutes left to go in the half, 25-22 Wildcats. Hornets trying to look and get back into the scoring column here. That's McElroy, Bennett Clark, loose ball, picked up by Ford. Nice pass to Klahar, and Rushawn's going to find himself at the line, and I believe that foul is going to be on Bennett Clark.
Jameer Ford is having himself a game. That is a great look-ahead pass. Give it to Klahar. Let him use his athletic ability and get to the rim.
It is the first on Bennett Clark, and Klahar is going to go back to the line where he made 1 earlier tonight on the back end of that alley-oop on the dime of the game. I always wonder, Anthony, is it harder to throw the alley-oop or is it harder to catch and score the alley-oop?
You know, as someone who could never catch and dunk the alley-oop, I would say it's harder to throw the alley-oop. But I wish I knew what it was like to catch the alley-oop.
I know,
dunk
right. On a 10-foot hoop, right? We've all done it on an 8-foot hoop.
Absolutely.
Klahar's 2 at the line, puts the Wildcats back up by 5. This is Brown. Brown throws the ball errantly underneath, and it's picked up by Lavoie. So we've got 1:25 left, and NFA has a 5-point lead. Coach Brown's looking for some motion, but I'm not going to be surprised if he takes a little bit off the shot clock here too. Ford weaves in and out. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Hornets. That's McElroy. Gets it up to Walker, checked back into the game. So offensive stuff. Gilzine's going to get to the line. Or actually, as you call it, no, he's just saying staying here. So Kahari Walker checked back in, so I think Coach Gittens doing a little bit of offense-defense there because he knows the flow is running right through number 12.
Yeah, brave move by Coach Gittens. He knows his players, he knows his personnel, and playing someone with 2 fouls is a risk, but Coach Gittens is ahead of the curve right now.
Gilzine misses the first. Bennett Clark checks in, and McElroy goes to the bench. Gilzine made 2 and then missed 2. 27-22, just under a minute to play. Lavoie pulls up from the elbow. Shot is in and out. Rebound into the hands of Anthony Akers. Up it goes to the Hornets. Good effort by Jameer there to stop that play. East Hartford had numbers and had the ball. And Jameer Ford was able to knock it out of bounds to at least reset things. DeMar Moore checks back in. Anthony Akers goes to the bench. Keyshawn Brown's going to trigger it. Inbounds to Moore. He's got success. And he's got a bucket.
That's a great low post move by Moore, using his wide shoulders to carve out space and to finish the ball off the glass.
There's about a 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot clock's at 25. Lavoie's going to drive. He's going to kick it back out to Stringer, but that ball is going to be an errant pass. Not what we needed right now. The 5-point lead is down to 3 with a chance for East Hartford to potentially tie it. I'm going to assume that Coach Gittens is going to hold for the last shot. Even here, he brings in Zasheem McCoy, number 3, who's got 3 fouls, but he also has made a 3-pointer earlier tonight. I like that move. McCoy gets baseline, can't get it to go. Lavoie, Klahar, plenty of time, sends it down. That gets the fans going. And that puts the lead back up to 5 with 5 seconds left, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. So East Hartford has 3.5 seconds here. They trail by 5. So the Wildcats are going into half with the lead. The question is, how much is it going to be? Ball goes inbounds. Oh, that is a long-range 3 from Zasheem McCoy, and that is why Coach Gittens brought him into the game. And it is a 2-point game at the half. 29-27 NFA, which also had a 2-point lead at the first quarter. So we are going to watch the cheerleaders do their little thing here, and then we're going to roll some commercials, and then we're going to have our guests at halftime. Cheerleaders coming off a big win. They were the grand champions in the Griswold competition last weekend. But right now, we're going to run a spot from Dime Bank right into Norwich Public Utilities, and then I'll be back with my guests.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Hello, my name is Jeff Brining. I'm the 14th General Manager of Norwich Public Utilities. In addition to providing life essential services to the community of Norwich in gas, water, sewer, and electric, we're also very focused on providing value to the community. We do this through competitive rates, exceptional reliability, exceptional customer service, and involvement in our community. So I just want to wish the Wildcats a wonderful basketball season. Go Cats!
So we're back at halftime. The Wildcats with a 2-point lead over the East Hartford Hornets, 29-27. My halftime guest, I'm not really sure, Leanne, how to describe you. All things NFA, all things Dime Bank, all things Norwich. Is that a good enough introduction?
I love that introduction because I think they all blend together, and I think that is me.
I mean, let's start. You're officially here representing Dime Bank.
Correct.
Right? You are a member of the board.
Yes.
You've been a part of that board for a long time.
Very lucky.
So can you just talk to me about the importance of that role, and let's start there.
I think Dime Bank is the best community bank in par none. Community banks are different than big banks because they really are involved in the community, and as you know, as a social worker, I partnered with Dime on a lot of different endeavors too. Dime Bank is for people. They're very accessible. You can go in there. They trained up my summer youth employment people. They just do so much that bigger banks don't do, and I just really admire all the work that they do there.
So I guess kind of a transition into your So you're an NFA grad.
Yes.
You've been a member of the foundation board. You've been a member of the NFA board.
Trustees, that's
You're
right.
still a corporator now.
Still a corporator.
There's probably been, how many members of your family have come through here?
All of them,
Right.
except my father, who's from New Bedford. But yes, my
How
mother.
would you describe your NFA story?
I blessed. Came to NFA. I was very bright. Took a lot of UConn classes, graduated UConn early because of all the classes
Right.
I got to take at NFA, saved me a ton of money. Was class actress 1982.
Nice.
Just had the best time at NFA. I'm still friends with a lot of NFA people, and I still come to NFA for homecoming, different events. A lot of people go to their colleges for those kinds of things.
Right.
If you go to NFA, you're back at NFA for homecoming and other things.
I think one of the interesting things is there aren't too many things in Norwich that are older than Dime Bank.
Yeah.
But NFA
But
is one of them.
NFA is one of
So
them.
1854 to 1869. So this
Yeah.
kind of synergy I think is kind of cool.
I think it's really cool. It's really, really cool. I want to say, too, I think I'm the only parent whose both daughters have been nominated loveliest ladies at NFA. So I'm very proud of that.
I don't think we do the loveliest lady thing anymore.
Oh, you did 3 years ago, so.
That must be, is that a senior superlative?
Yeah, that's
okay.
a senior superlative.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not there for that, so I missed that part. So, and then you worked for Norwich Human Services for
36 years. So I graduated UConn at 21.
Yep.
The next month started working for the city of Norwich and stayed
Wow.
until I was 57. I retired at 57. So 36 years from social worker to supervisor to director. Great.
And how the progress in terms of
Yeah.
the issues that still face Norwich and that sort of constantly face Norwich. Obviously you're still invested.
Very invested, and so is Dime. The housing has got to be the worst problem right now, right?
Right.
There's so many people that are homeless through no fault of their own because of the high rents, the rent shortage. Dime Bank is doing a great job with funding endeavors where they're increasing affordable housing for people and just regular housing. 8,000 people at EB are going to be hired, so we need the housing stock in this area, and Dime is funding a lot of that. So housing, I think, is the biggest problem. That was something I worked on personally when I was at Norwich Human Services, and just can't stress the importance of tackling that issue.
And food insecurity.
Food insecurity, right? It goes right up there. In winter, do you know that poor kids are kids that lose weight in the winter because parents can't afford food and oil at the same
So
time?
they're making the decision.
So they're making the decision. You got to heat your house, right? So
Wow.
food shortage, it's terrible. Nobody should be hungry in this.
I think one of the things that some people don't always understand about NFA is 53% of our kids are on free and reduced lunch.
Yeah.
So, and we have a food pantry in the Wildcat Loft.
Yep.
And we send about 50 to 60 bags home with kids every week.
Yeah, I was on the board when we reinvested in the food program, national food program.
Right.
Very proud of that, and I know that you guys serve kids dinners too.
We do.
If
It's
kids are playing
nonstop
sports.
in the cafeteria.
Right, because they're not going to eat if you
Right.
don't do it, and you can't learn if you're not eating. So it ties in with education. It's so important for education, obviously.
What do you miss most about this place?
Um,
And it's hard to say what you miss because you're
Yeah.
here all the time. But what do you miss?
I miss everything from teachers like Jack McCaddy and Rainey Ledoux and just the socialization. And you will never go to a better institution. You will never be around this many people your age. Probably even a lot of people that go to college won't. And there's so much opportunity here. You just don't get this other places. So I miss that. I miss the people on the board. I love Nate Kesnell, Dr. Kesnell. He's doing such a fabulous job here. And I still connect with NFA. I still connect a lot. So
I went to Wyoming over winter break, which is its own story. Why would you go to Yellowstone in the winter? But believe it or not, it was actually warmer in Wyoming than it was in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But I'm in the airport wearing this actual sweatshirt, and somebody come up to me and says,
way.
"Go Wildcats." I'm
No
like, you got to be
way.
kidding me. I'm in Bozeman, Montana, waiting for my luggage, and I'm
See?
having a conversation about NFA.
see the reach we have. It's just
It
great.
is really phenomenal, and
awesome.
thousands of graduates
Yeah.
that have those stories to
Yeah.
tell.
Wearing
ahead.
my mother's class ring from NFA.
Oh,
so
that's
it's a
outstanding.
treasure. Yeah. So, I mean, it just sticks with you. NFA just sticks with you.
Yeah, there is something like I'm a Stonington kid, but my kids just graduated from here in 22 and 25, and my daughter based her college decision on what the campus was like compared to here.
Yeah, isn't that
It
crazy?
was like fascinating stuff.
When you go to college and you tell people, yeah, my campus had 9 buildings
Yeah.
or whatever, and, you know, they just don't, they can't even fathom it, you know.
It really is
Yeah.
a unique place.
Yeah.
Leanne Gomes, thank you so much for joining
thank
us
you for
tonight. I
having
love
me.
the stories. I feel like I could talk to you all night about these stories.
Thank you so much.
But we got a second half of a basketball game to
All
go
right.
to. Appreciate your constant NFA support, your support in the Dime Bank role, and thanks so much for joining us here tonight.
Go Wildcats.
All right, awesome. That was Leanne Gomes representing Dime Bank for us tonight at halftime. This game is 29-27 Wildcats with a great second half of basketball left to go. If we look at the scoring for East Hartford, Keyshawn Brown had 2. Zashim McCoy had 2 3-pointers, one of them to end the half to cut this lead to 2. Zarian Gilzine had 2 points. Chaz McElroy had 2 points. DeMar Moore had 2. And Kahari Walker led the way for the Hornets with 13. Only 3 scores for the Wildcats. Rushan Klahar with 7 points off the bench, including an alley-oop and a thunderous dunk. Jameer Ford with 3 3-pointers with 9. And Josh Lavoie, if I'm doing my math right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He also has 13 points to tie the game-high scoring with Walker for East Hartford. Anthony, what's the message in the locker rooms for each team?
You know, if you're East Hartford, you want to contain Josh Lavoie a little bit better. You want to stay in front of him. You want to make him work and not turn the corner and go left as much as he's doing. And if you're NFA, and they did this the last 2 minutes of the half, you want to keep the ball out of the middle of the zone defensively, and you want to take away the 3-point shots. East Hartford wants to run. NFA is willing to run with him. East Hartford has to contain Josh Lavoie and make sure that they stand in front of him throughout the possession.
So the original starters on the court for the Wildcats: Stringer, Ford, Lavoie, Pontes, and Torres. Pontes has 2 fouls. Other than that, nobody has more than 1 for NFA. East Hartford has Story, McCoy, Walker, Gilzine, and Akers, their original starting 5. Walker and Story have 2, and McCoy has 3. Second half is underway. 2-point lead, Wildcats. Inside it goes to Gilzine, but Ford comes away with it. Back comes Lavoie the other way.
Great hands by Ford, disrupting the middle of the zone there.
He really has had an active night tonight. And he's
Right on cue.
Right on cue. Thank you, Jameer Ford. 4 3-pointers on the night. Gets the second half started and pushes the Wildcat lead to 5. This is McCoy. Rolls off a pick from Walker and buries his 3rd 3 of the night, trading threes with Jameer Ford.
That's a big shot by Walker. Settle them in to start the second half.
Stringer looking to get on the board, and he does with his first 2.
Pretty pull-up jump shot going right for Carter Stringer. Good to see him getting going early in the second half as well.
Wow, McCoy's going to launch again, and he's going to get it. That is 4 3-pointers on the night for Zashim McCoy. What do we have? What did we get there? Did you see? Was that a delay of game warning or something? I'm not really sure. But either way, it is 34-33 Wildcats, a 1-point lead. 6:40 left to go in the third. We are trading 3-point baskets. 3 already so far here in the half. Lavoie to Pontes. Ford. Torres drives back to Ford. Can he do it again? He can't. And the rebound comes down to DeAndre Story. Back the other way come the Hornets, looking to take their first lead since 2-0. Rebound to Torres. Hard to fathom that East Hartford hasn't had the lead since then. But the Wildcats went on that early run after the Hornets scored the first basket. Stringer's 3-pointer can't go. Ford with the rebound. Ball's loose on the floor into the hands of Gilzine. Ball's knocked loose. Wildcat basketball.
Way to stay active. Jameer Ford did a great job there of not losing track of the ball, staying with it, and causing deflection to go out of bounds in East Hartford.
He's really been active tonight on all ends of it. Lavoie is going to go right to the hoop, no question there, but he pulls it out. Goes off a pick from Pontes, the roll, loose ball, Stringer, back in the hands of Lavoie, shot clock's at 15. That's going to be an offensive foul on Jayandre Pontes, his third. A little too obvious with the shove there.
Absolutely. Pontes being really aggressive, trying to be unselfish, set the hard screen to free up Josh Lavoie and got caught moving.
Kahari Walker, 13 points in the first half, inbounds to Zasheen McCoy, who already has 6 in the second. McCoy back to Walker. Wild shot, no good, into the hands of Ford. Back the other way comes NFA. Nice pass to Lavoie. Shot was definitely interfered with there by Story. Josh unable to convert. Nice pass to Gilzine underneath. His first field goal of the night. And the Hornets have taken the lead, 35-34. Story riding Lavoie. Pontes, Ford. Josh gets inside, can't get it to go. He's looking for the foul, and again the Wildcats are beat back on the other end, but Ford's able to knock the ball out of Anthony Akers' hands. Akers looked like he wanted to do something fancy with it, but Jameer was able to knock that loose.
Great recovery by Jameer and really preventing a layup from happening.
Jaden Bowling checks in for East Hartford. He's number 5. Josiah Success, number 23. And Rashawn Klahar, number 15 for the Wildcats. They replace Torres and Pontes. Pontes has 3 fouls. Loose ball knocked out of bounds by the Hornets. NFA basketball trailing by 1 with 4:40 left to go in the third quarter. Very fast-paced game, at least in terms of the clock.
NFA really trying to get Josh in ball screen situations right now, and East Hartford's doing a good job of defending him.
So that foul is going to be on the floor. Number 1 is disagreeing with the official, but it is the 3rd foul on DeAndre Story. Is it too early for him to come out with 3? Doesn't look like it. Jaden Bennett Clark, number 23, checks in. He's going to replace Story. So Story sits on the bench with 3. McCoy is on the court with 3. And the Wildcats trail by 1. Can they retake the lead here on this possession? Success. Stringer. Lavoie. Ford. Jameer's going to pull up for 3. He's feeling it, but no good. Success, nice effort there. Klahar, loose ball all around, still on the floor. Who's going to get it? And we're going to find out. The officials are going to say Wildcat basketball. Coach Gittens doesn't agree, but both officials do. Coach Gittens saying, I was right there, fellas. But I don't think he's going to win this argument. I think the officials have done a nice job tonight. It's been a physical game, but it hasn't been out of control. Both teams are playing hard. Free throws have been about equal. Lavoie from the free throw line. Josh gets his first bucket of the second half, and NFA goes back up by 1.
He earned that one. Trying to go left, spun back to his right, hit the mid-range pull-up jump shot. Nice move by Josh Lavoie.
Ford knocks the ball from McCoy. McCoy into Gilzine, double-teamed. Can't find a place to go with it. Tough foul on Ford.
You know, Ford reached right in front of the referee. Really a tough spot to be in. 18 seconds left on a shot clock. You want to work the defense down a little bit longer.
Wildcats clinging to a 1-point lead now, 36-35. They had a 2-point lead at the half, and that ball is thrown out of bounds by Gilzine. And he's going to be replaced by DeMar Moore, number 32.
Bennett Clark now picking up Josh Lavoie. He's the 5th defender of the game, trying to guard Josh Lavoie right now.
Keep him fresh, but this is the first time we've seen multiple defenders, at least to number 5, against Josh. I asked Josh after the game if he even knows it. He's looking for the shot. Can't find it. Tries to get the ball to Ford. Tipped out of bounds by McCoy.
That was a great defensive stop by Bennett Clark, really matching his size with Josh's size and staying in front of Josh, which is no easy task.
Ford pulls the trigger to Success, back to Ford. He's going to drive, ball's loose. Success picks up another loose ball. Klahar launches three, nothing but nets.
In rhythm, beautiful three-point shot.
10 off the bench for Rashawn Klahar, 4-point lead for the Wildcats, 2:47 left to go in the third. It's funny, I feel like this game is higher scoring than what it is.
It's fast-paced for sure.
But it's only 39-35.
I know. Both teams are getting ample opportunities. They're getting a lot of shots up. They're making some, obviously, but they're missing some easy ones as well. Good defense, good offense, great game so far.
Second foul of the game on Success, third on the team. It's going to send Moore to the line, his first trip of the night. As I mentioned earlier, the free throws are about even. Assuming these two free throws here, it'll be 8 for East Hartford, and it'll be 6 for NFA.
To your point, Mike, earlier, the referees have done an incredible job this evening managing this game. We don't say that too often.
No, we don't. He makes one of two, air ball from the corner, but DeMar Moore, who's made, I think, very quick contributions when he's been in both times. He's got 5 now, and the Wildcats cling to a 1-point lead. Lavoie! Josh. And you know the thing about Josh right there? He knows where the camera is. Did you see him go right to the videographer right there?
Hey, when you have back-to-back 36-point games, there's probably cameras at every game now, so you need to know where that camera is.
That's a good point. Keyshawn Brown's going to check back in. He's going to replace Jaden Bowling. Josh has 17. Misses that one. Stringer with their tip. Back into the hands of the Wildcats. Good effort there, Carter Stringer. It's a 3-point lead for the Wildcats with 2:10 left to go in the third. Lavoie to Success to Klahar. He's directing traffic. He's got McCoy on him. He's trying to work through it. Gets it to Success. He thought Stringer was there. Carter gets there. Shot clock's at 10. We pick up a foul. Lucky situation there.
Lucky situation, but, hats off to NFA. Klahar got hit multiple times on a drive, didn't lose possession of the ball. Stringer tracked it down. He got hit, and they drew the foul.
DeMar Moore gets his first of the night. 3 fouls on each team here in the quarter. NFA inbounds. Klahar getting some instructions from Coach Brown as Deshaun McCoy is in his face, and Rashawn's going to get called for an extra step.
McCoy has 3 fouls too, Mike. And,
yeah.
That is a pretty heads-up and risky defensive play, but it worked out for McCoy. McCoy's a cool customer.
Very impressed with him and Walker here tonight. That's Brown. That's McCoy. Klahar on him. McCoy directing traffic back to Brown. Fakes to Walker. Back to McCoy. Tries to work on Josh. Gets one off from the free throw line. Wow.
That is smooth by McCoy. He has incredible pace. Can't really speed him up. And he has a great way of getting space.
He's got 8 in the quarter, 14 on the night, and it's a 1-point Wildcat lead, 41-40 with just over a minute to play here in the third quarter. This one is all we thought it would be. 2 of the hottest teams in the state coming in, 10 out of 11, 10 out of 12, 6 in a row, 9 in a row. Somebody's streak ends tonight. That's going to remain Wildcat ball, as Bennett Clark knocked it out from Success.
Great defensive play by Bennett Clark. Josh had used the ball screen, was able to find Success, and Bennett Clark recovered at the last second to get that deflection. Good offense and really, really good defense.
Klahar takes a break. Torres comes in. Coach Brown gives him some word of encouragement as Rashawn goes to the bench. And Josh buries a shot from about 10 feet. 3-point lead for the Wildcats, 45 left to go in the third. That's Brown, McCoy. He's got Walker, Moore, and Bennett Clark along with him. Shot clock's at 18. Plenty of time left. Still 30 left to go in the quarter. Bennett Clark. McCoy's good. Wow. Great individual performances tonight.
Lavoie and McCoy keep going back and forth, answering with one difficult shot, followed up by even a more difficult shot. It's been very impressive to watch them take off-balance shots, create space, have step backs, get to the rim, shoot three-pointers, an array of shot-making abilities by both players.
Timeout here by East Hartford. I can tell you more about Dime Bank. Hey, Wildcat fans, nothing beats cheering on the local team, whether it's basketball or banking. Dime Bank, based in Norwich since 1869, is proud to be the presenting sponsor for NFA boys and girls basketball. Dime Bank, community banking lives here. For more than 120 years, Norwich Public Utilities has been committed to making Norwich a great place to live, work, and do business. 24 hours a day, every day of the year, you can always count on NPU. NPU is very excited to sponsor NFA basketball this season. Go Wildcats. So, it's a 1-point lead for NFA. We are winding down the time here in the third quarter. There is 2 seconds left on the clock. What can happen here?
I'm sure Coach Brown.
I'm sorry, 19. That was
19,
left on the timeout.
Different scenario now.
Different scenario.
Yeah.
That was left on the timeout. The clock has been reset now. It's at 15. Last shot for NFA. Lavoie.
East Hartford in the zone right now.
East Hartford gets the ball, but throws an errant pass that Ford picks up, and that's how the third quarter is going to end, with NFA clinging to a 1-point lead, 43-42. And before we go any further, let's check in with our friends at Norwich Public Utilities.
I'm Jeff Brining, General Manager of Norwich Public Utilities, and I just want to wish the Wildcats a wonderful basketball season. Go Cats!
Thank you, Norwich Public Utilities, and also thank you to our friends at ProCop Signs. NFA basketball is supported by ProCop Signs, locally owned and family operated since 1964. Vehicle wraps and lettering, wide format printing, banners, posters, and more. Located in Taffville. Learn more at procopsigns.com. So, it all comes down to this. 43-42 Wildcats. 8 minutes left in this contest. What are you thinking?
It's a heavyweight matchup right now, and I think what's going to happen is McCoy and Lavoie sound like a marketing company are going to go head-to-head for sure, but it's going to be someone else that's going to have to step up on both sides to break this game open and really to take control of the game.
For East Hartford, it's Story, it's Brown, it's McCoy, it's Bowling, and it's Walker. For NFA, it's Stringer, Klahar, Pontes, who has 3, Lavoie, and Ford.
East Hartford in the zone. They ended the third quarter in the zone as well. And this is the first time they're going to start the fourth quarter in the zone.
Ford directing traffic. Stringer's going to try 3. He's not going to get it, but he's going to get to the line 3 times.
Yeah, interesting. Coach Gittens obviously wants to take the ball out of Josh Lavoie's hands. The man-to-man hasn't worked. They've worked really hard, East Hartford. But if they go to a zone, it's going to be harder for Josh to get into the paint. And Carter Stringer gets his first 3-point attempt in a while.
And he makes his first. Well, you said Lavoie and McCoy, but it might be somebody else. And here we are, 16 seconds in. And at least the first 2 points of the quarter are coming from Carter Stringer. Carter makes all 3. We like that.
Big free throws.
Gives the Wildcats a 4-point lead, 46-42, 7:37 left to go in the ball game. Brown, Story, back to Brown, back to Story. Walker's telling him, go to the other side, go to McCoy. He does. Walker's directing traffic from the paint. McCoy to Walker. Lavoie on him, shot clock's in single digits. Kahari Walker. His first bucket of the second half, he had 13 in the first. Smooth.
He is old school. He likes the mid-range shot. He doesn't want to take the three. He wants the mid-range pull-up.
Pontes has the ball knocked away, but thankfully it remains with the Wildcats, who cling to a 2-point lead. We've played just about a minute here in the fourth quarter.
Walker has that high release. It's really difficult to block.
Klahar. He's got Walker on him. Lavoie has Brown on him for the second time tonight. Klahar. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Rushan's lost his dribble. He needs help. Gets it all the way to Ford. Was his foot on the line? Referee was signaling three, but no good. Rebound to Keyshawn Brown.
East Hartford has found something with this 2-3 zone right now. Let's see if they stay with it.
Well, then how does Coach Brown counteract it? So East Hartford trailing by 2, a chance to tie or pull ahead here. Walker gets Pontes in the air, adjusts off the glass, no good. His own rebound goes into Pontes. Can't get the call, can't get the bounce. NFA basketball.
Walker had 2 good looks. The first one was off balance. The second one was in close range.
Coach Gittins agrees with whatever happened under there, whatever official Bono shared with him.
East Hartford sitting in that 2-3 zone right now. Extend a little bit. Looks like a 1-3 run. And they look to match up when the ball gets passed to the wing.
So Jameer Ford stepped out of bounds. Coach Brown's got the shirt untucked. He's working to get that back in. It's that kind of game.
No doubt about it.
Always well dressed. Always in a shirt and tie. Sometimes with the sweater. But it is hot in here tonight. No need for the sweater. 5:55 left to go. Wildcats ahead by 2. DeAndre Story trying to change that. Walker gets the rebound and gets the bucket. Kahari Walker ties this game at 46.
He's the guy we talked about stepping up, and he's done an awesome job the last few minutes making some big, crucial, tough shots.
He's got 17 in the game. 4 points here in the second half. Yeah, Wildcats are really struggling with this zone. That's going to be NFA ball. They don't seem to have any rhythm in the offense at all right now.
They have to put a decision maker at the foul line. It's a really tough spot to be in, someone that can shoot, pass, and make really quick decisions.
Margaret Daly with the assist there for the official. A gamer herself, Dr. Daly. Looking forward to see her daughter play next year on the girls team. Lavoie's going to challenge the zone. Pontes going to shoot from the free throw line, and the bank is open. That would be the dime bank. DeAndre Pontes with his first bucket of the night, a crucial one to put the Wildcats back up 2 with just over 5 minutes left to go in this game. The freshman game went to overtime. Maybe that was foreshadowing. McCoy takes the shot clock down to about a dozen. No problem. Launch a 3.
Effortless release on that three-point shot.
He's got 13 in the second half, including 3 3-pointers, 19 overall, and East Hartford back on top, 49-48. Klahar is just getting hounded. He's got 3 guys on him. Stringer's going to launch 3. He's not going to get it. Pontes, good position. Rebound ends up in the hand of Lavoie, and Josh pulls it out. Josh in trouble, gets it to Klahar. He's going to launch 3. He's going to get 3. Rushan Klahar, his second 3 of the second half. Holy cow, that was in and out from Story. The Wildcats hold the 2-point lead halfway through this final quarter.
It's a big-time shot by Rushan Klahar, but really good pace with Josh Lavoie delivering that ball on time and on target.
But they still looked out of sorts with this zone. They just don't seem smooth right now.
And credit to East Hartford. They're everywhere right now.
Inbound the ball, that's too easy. Pontes, I think, no, they call a Foul on Pontes. So that's going to be JeAndre's fourth. It's going to be the first on the team of the quarter. So each team has one. Success is going to check back in. And Walker's going to inbound the ball for the Hornets to McCoy. Casually shoots, no good. Rebound into the hands of Success. And we got a foul on the Hornets, going to be NFA basketball. Or a timeout. Coach Brown got the timeout. That's what happened. Ball was loose. And I'm just fascinated by that. That happens more and more now. The coach is, trying to save the possession by taking the timeout.
He didn't like what he saw there. It was a Carter Stringer caught the ball in an awkward place on the floor. It didn't look like he had control, and Coach Brown jumped ahead and called the timeout. This is a big possession right now. It's a 2-point game, 51-49 NFA.
NFA basketball presented by Dime Bank, sponsored by Norwich Public Utilities, and supported by ProCop Signs. Both teams have 2 games left after this one. The Hornets are going to play home Wednesday versus Enfield, and then they're going to end the season at Manchester. NFA has Senior Day next Wednesday, home against Fitch. Huge, huge game. And then they finish at Griswold on their senior night, which of course will be a rematch of the game here. It doesn't stop. 2 big ones after this.
High school basketball at its finest right now. You want to play those big games. You want to go against competitive teams, and you love to play in front of big crowds.
Fitch beat NFA by 6 earlier in the year. In fact, it's the Wildcats' last loss was to Fitch. Stringer, Success, Lavoie, Ford, and Klahar.
Let's see what Coach Brown does in this possession. East Hartford looks like they're staying in the zone. They got Success at the foul line right now.
Gilzine, Moore, McCoy, Brown, and Walker. 2-point lead for the Wildcats, 51-49. 3:45 left in the game. Coach Brown calling out the plays as the shot clock hits 15. Can't get the ball to Lavoie. Shot clock now is at 10. Klahar's got to make a move, and he does. He gets it up, can't get it to roll. Bodies on the floor. Success. Josiah Success. Great time for his first basket of the night. I think one of the best parts about that, too, is Josh really wasn't involved in that offensive set.
No, East Hartford did everything they could to take him out of that set, and they did so successfully.
McCoy. We're at 3 minutes left in the third, and McCoy launches 3, rebound into the hands of Stringer. Now, I know it's only a 4-point game, but does Coach Brown try to take a little bit more time off the clock with these possessions or not? Is it too early for that?
Looks like he's trying to use the clock right now. Good call by you, Mike. He's going to a 4 corners right now, trying to spread the floor out and spread East Hartford out.
Shorten this game a little bit. Probably get it down to about 10 before they start making a move. It's at 12. Here goes Josh. He's got an open way to the lane, and he's going to get himself to the line.
Great move by Josh Lavoie. Success went to set the ball screen. Josh refused the ball screen, faked like he was going to go to the middle of the floor, took it back to his patented left hand and drove the left hand for the layup and the drive and the foul.
So the foul was on Moore. That's his second. Josh is going to go to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Josh has taken 5 tonight. He's made 4 of them. Second one also good. 55-49, 2.5 minutes to go. Wildcats up 6. Brown, Walker, so good, Kahari Walker.
Smooth. East Hartford's not going away. Showing some full court pressure right now. Looks like they're back to a man-to-man. Let's see if Josh can take advantage of it. Oh.
Nope, Josh gets the pocket picked. Keyshawn Brown, seems to me he should have waited for some of his teammates on that one. It's not often that you're going to get the ball away from Lavoie. It didn't really have a clear shot at it, I didn't think.
No, I think he was shocked that he ripped Lavoie and then just kind of went and reacted and got to the basket. Really lucky for NFA and unlucky for East Hartford right there.
And Brown picks up the foul. 3 on them, 1 on NFA. 4-point lead. Lavoie can't get it to go. That would have been huge. Back the other way comes Walker. His shot doesn't go, but who's there? Zashim McCoy.
The Walker and McCoy show. Great move by Walker, switching to his left hand in midair. Missed it, but McCoy fouled up and not only made the shot, got fouled for the and one opportunity.
He has 15 second half points. 21 in the game to lead all scorers. Make that 22. And what was just a 6-point lead is down to 1. It was 55-49 with 2:35 left. We haven't played a minute, and the lead is evaporated. And McCoy is up to Story and Stringer, and Carter's going to pick up the foul. He thought he had a clean shot.
What a great decision by Josh Lavoie. Got into the paint, made a great pass. We missed the layup, and then East Hartford in transition were able to race down the floor and get to the basket and get the foul.
Foul on Stringer. Story's going to go to the line where he has missed 2 already tonight. His team trails by 1. So we have literally played 1 minute since we had a 6-point lead, and it could be evaporated totally in that 1 minute of play.
It's been that type of game. It's been back and forth. Everybody's trying to make plays, and things are going to go down to the wire.
Story makes his first of the night. That ties the game.
Let's see if East Hartford goes back to full court man-to-man or some sort of press. They've gone half court man, full court man, 2-3 zone, 1-3-1 zone.
Story looking to put the Hornets ahead by 1, and he does. 56-55, East Hartford scores 7 unanswered in 1 minute to take a 6-point deficit and turn it in to a 1-point lead. 30-second timeout on the floor. Wildcats with the ball, trailing by 1.
I think East Hartford's going to come out and press again. You know, I could be wrong. You know, Coach Gittens has really mixed it up a lot, but right now they have NFA, in decision time, and they want to make them work all the way up the floor. Obviously, you get the ball in Josh Lavoie's hands, he's going to make something happen, but it'll be interesting to see if East Hartford comes out with some full court pressure right now.
They've got Gilzine, they've got Walker, they've got McCoy, Story, and Brown. Coach Gittens giving them some last-minute instructions. Coach Brown sends out Stringer, Pontes, Lavoie, Klahar, and Ford. So the starters, with the exception of 1 for NFA, are on the floor.
Half court man-to-man by East Hartford right now. They're going to lock in. They don't want to foul.
It is 1:25 left. NFA trails by 1. Lavoie is going to shoot from the elbow. No good. Rebound into the hands of East Hartford. And now they're going to slow it down. No need to foul at this point. Plenty of time left. Stringer's on McCoy. McCoy to Story. I think what we don't want is one of these 3-pointers to go. Josh tries to pick the pocket of Brown, who gets it inside. Gilzine can't get it to go, and that's going to be NFA basketball. Good break there with 56 seconds to go. Ooh, we got a foul. Even better.
It's a great break for NFA. Had a wide open. East Hartford had a wide open layup and missed it.
Gilzine was unable to convert that, and he committed the foul. So that's East Hartford's 4th. So NFA is going to shoot the rest of the way, no matter what, as they come up the floor trailing 1. And Coach Brown's going to call a timeout.
We have a chess match here right now.
We do, and we are going to hear a commercial right now from our friends at Dime Bank.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
We are back inside Alumni Gymnasium. Friday Night Lights, the indoor version. The red-hot East Hartford Hornets versus the red-hot NFA Wildcats in a game that we thought would happen is happening. 56-55. East Hartford clings to a 1-point lead. They erased a 6-point deficit and turned it into a 1-point lead in just 1 minute's time. There are 52 seconds left in the game. The Wildcats have the ball with 31 seconds on the shot clock. Stringer, Pontes, Ford, Klahar, and Lavoie. Carter Stringer is going to inbound the ball to Josh Lavoie. They go back to man-to-man, and Josh goes right to the basket. That seems too easy.
What a big-time shot by Josh Lavoie. 1-point lead for NFA.
Is that a mistake by Coach Gittens? The zone had been wreaking havoc. He comes out of the timeout into the man-to-man, and it was like exactly what NFA wanted.
Yeah, and Coach Brown drew up a great play. He knows Josh wants to operate on the left side of the floor. He got him there. Josh took advantage, went baseline, had a nice pull-up jump shot. One of the few times he hasn't gone all the way to the rim.
All right, so it's 57-56. So, I mean, what's Coach Brown telling his team right now?
You know, obviously he wants to take the ball out of McCoy's hands as much as he possibly can. Walker's going to flash to the foul line. They want to deny him the ball. They want to keep the ball out of McCoy and Walker's hands. They're going to stay in their zone. That's what they do. They're going to match up out of their zone. It'd be interesting if they did go man-to-man for a possession here, but they're probably going to dance with the one that brought them and really utilize their zone and take away East Hartford's strengths as much as possible.
And what's Coach Gittens saying?
Get the ball to McCoy. Give him space, and probably get a ball screen with Walker, play a two-man game, let them operate within that offense.
Is this what the East Hartford games were like back in the early 2000s, Coach?
I tell you, kind of does bring back memories. Good crowd, good energy, tight games. This is what high school basketball is all about.
37.2 left, 30 on the shot clock for the Hornets. Referees making sure everything is set. It is. Brown inbounds to Walker. Back to Brown. Where's McCoy? Where's Walker? There's McCoy. There's Walker. There's 2 points. Just like you called it. And now the Hornets are up by 1 with 20 seconds left. No timeout, Coach Brown. Lavoie gets hammered, no call. Gilzine, this is going back the other way. Wildcats have to foul, and now we're in a difficult spot.
Still plenty of time on the clock. Thought Josh may have gotten fouled there. You know, the referee decided not to make a call. East Hartford has the ball. They're going to have to foul right away.
Coach Brown's going to call a timeout. So there's 11.8 left, and it's a 1-point East Hartford lead. So let's talk about this. Are they going to foul immediately, or are they going to see if they can get the turnover? What's the play here with just 11.8 left?
They're going to deny the inbounds pass right here. They're going to try to go for the steal right away. Within 2 to 3 seconds, if they can't get a steal or disrupt the ball, they're going to foul right away. You don't want to foul McCoy.
Right. Well, if we look at the free throws, Story, who's on the floor, has been 4 times. He's made 2. Gilzine, who I'm guessing will not be on the floor, he's 0 for 2. McCoy's 1 for 1, and Walker is 1 for 2. And DeMar Moore, who will not be on the floor, I'm guessing, is also 1 for 2. So there haven't been a lot of free throws by either side. Actually, Gilzine is 2 for 4. I'm sorry. He's actually taken 4. But, yeah, quick steal if they can get it. If not, foul. So worst case scenario is you're going to be down 3 with about 8 seconds left, probably. And the Wildcats still have 2 timeouts left. The Hornets have none. Is he allowed to come in there? No, I didn't think so. All right. 11.8. East Hartford with a 1-point lead. NFA likely to foul if they can't come up with the turnover. That's Walker, and he's going to get fouled by Stringer.
They actually used McCoy as a decoy there. Great out-of-bounds play by Coach Gittens, and they went to Walker.
So Walker's been to the line twice. He's made 1. He's got 8 points in the second half, so he's got 21 total. And McCoy has 22, so they have been the 2-person wrecking crew for East Hartford. first one drops in. So Coach Brown here, if we assume that Walker makes this, is there a timeout, or do we just go with these 10 seconds?
I think under 10, it's 10, you go with it. Get the ball to Josh Lavoie, push the ball up the floor and go.
Shot is missed, rebound by the Hornets. We just got stung right there. That's a tough break. 59-57. Walker misses the second shot, but the rebound falls into the hands of the Hornets. And McCoy is going to go to the line for 2. He makes 1, we're okay. He makes 2, we're in trouble. And we are in trouble.
He is the real McCoy, for sure.
He sure is. 61-57. Now, I hate to say this, but it was 55-49. They have closed out the last 2 minutes and 35 seconds on a 12-2 run. They have saved their best for last. There's no question about that.
Yeah, East Hartford's made a lot of big plays down the stretch, some timely baskets, some timely defensive stops. And, you know, NFA has answered too. It's going to be a tight game. Neither team's going to go away. This is what you expect. That was a big blow not getting the rebound on the foul shot there.
Ball bounced around. I mean, can't really, it's not like any one person for the Wildcats had it in their hand. It just escaped. So what do? You got to get a quick 3, right?
Got to get a quick 3. Got to get the ball up the floor fast.
You got to score within like 4 seconds here. He's got to pull up there. He makes it. 3 seconds left. We're not done. We are not done. 61-60.
What a shot by Josh Lavoie.
Let's just say Lavoie with a dime bank. The bank is open.
Did he call bank? That's
I
the
don't know
question.
if he called it, but man, they did that in 4 seconds. You couldn't go any faster.
You know what? Great players make plays. And, when Josh got up the floor and he went to release a shot, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, this is going to go in.
Right.
And it did.
So Josh has got 13 here in the second half, matches his first half total, 26, down from his last 2 games where he scored 36.
He's in a scoring slump right now with just 26. NFA right now has to press. They have to deny the inbound
So
ball.
you got to foul by 1.5 left.
Yeah, you got to go for the steal. You got to go for the steal first. And then if you don't get the steal, you have to foul right away and put.
Now, what about a foul before the ball's even in bounds?
It's risky. It's risky. I would try to go for the steal first.
With 3.1 seconds left. Here we go. There's the foul. Rashawn Klahar with the foul. Good move there. Goes right over to Gilzine. And I tell you, that's the guy they want to foul. Gilzine is 2 for 4 from the line. There's 2.4 seconds left. So let's assume both scenarios. He makes 2, and we're down 3, but we've got to go the length of the court in 2.5 seconds, which means we got to shoot from half court. And if he misses one, I almost think we want him to make both of these shots. Because to come down with a rebound and get a shot off, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He makes the first.
He may miss this on purpose.
He might.
Although Coach Gittens is giving him shooting instructions on the sideline, so I think he's going for the make.
He misses. 2.5 left, tipped up, and this ball game is over. The Wildcats have been stung by the Hornets 62-60 in arguably the game of the year so far here in Alumni Gym.
No doubt about it.
What a great game by both teams. Coach Brown is encouraging his team. He knows how well they played. This was an outstanding basketball game.
This was a tournament game. This had a tournament feel, a tournament vibe. Both teams made big-time plays by big-time players, and it came down to the wire as it should.
So 62-60, so the win streak for the Wildcats ends. And we're hoping Coach Brown's going to come up and join us here in a minute. I'm just doing some quick math, 9, 22. So Walker with 22, McElroy with 2, Moore with 5, Gilzine with 5, McCoy 24, Brown with 2, and Story with 2 for the East Hartford Hornets. And here's Coach Brown to chat with us for the game in this tough loss for the Wildcats, 62-60 here to East Hartford. And, not that we're happy with the loss, but this was a hell of a game.
Yeah, well, I just wanted them to compete. They did. They played hard. In the words of you, Mike, we fell forward.
I mean, the bad news is,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, they finished the game on a 12-2 run.
Yeah, yep.
But the good news is, this could have gone either way all night long.
Yeah, one little call here or there. We could have won it. Obviously, they didn't get the call at the end there, but hey, that's basketball, and we'll live with it, and we'll get better for next time.
So certainly not a bad loss by any means, but
Nope.
now you come back, the final home game of the regular season's got Fitch on Wednesday,
Yep.
looking for revenge against them. I
Yep.
know it's early, but we're ready.
No, we're excited. I mean, tonight was a big game. They played hard. They competed. They showed that we can play with anybody. So I'm excited.
Coach Brown, thank you for coming up here
I
after this
appreciate
one.
it.
An
All right.
emotional one for
Yeah,
sure.
I appreciate
We'll
it.
see you Wednesday for the last game of the year against Fitch.
All right, thank you.
So no problem. So checking the scores for the Wildcats, Stringer with 5 all in the second half, Success with 2, Klahar with 13, including 6 in the second half, Jameer Ford with 12, all from three-point range. Jayandre Pontes had 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12. Oh, I can't do math. That's 13. Lavoie with 26 points. So a tough defeat here. It was 55-49 with 2:35 left, and the Hornets went on a 12-2 run to take control of the game. And as he said, this one could have gone either way. Tough. Lavoie not getting the call there at the end, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad call. They were consistent all night. Just a great basketball game.
Yeah, great game by both teams. The key players made big-time shots in big-time moments. And I think the referees were very consistent. They allowed a lot of contact to happen, as they should. I like to see that because they didn't take players out of the game with foul trouble. And this was a tournament-type game. I think both teams will walk away with things that they felt good about and things they need to work on. So
Great individual performances, again, by McCoy and Walker for East Hartford, and by Lavoie for NFA. They had 22, 24, and 26, respectively. The Wildcats' winning streak comes to an end. And next up for NFA is Wednesday night. It'll be senior night when we host Fitch in a revenge game from prior to tonight, our last loss of the season. It's going to be an emotional night here in the gym for the seniors and for that game. And then they go to Griswold to end the regular season before ECC play gets underway. But we will be here on both Wednesday night and Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, the girls host Waterford in senior night for the girls and their last regular season home game. So we've got 2 definite games with you and possibly an ECC playoff game. We can assume that the boys are going to have one probably on February 26th. That seeding is still to be determined, but it looks like we are going to be here. So it's been a heck of a night. Thank you, Mark Betancourt, pushing all the buttons behind. Thanks, Dime Bank and Leanne Gomes for joining me at halftime. Thanks, Anthony Menard, for reliving his East Hartford moments. We had a great one here tonight. So for all of us